Me and Abu Fok are playing the Modpack Gatling New Horizons, and it is day 11 already. We have been playing the same game but in different ways. I was going task by task, however, he was already ahead of me and had been mining. So we had a little bit supply of ores and also some basic food supplies. In order to progress through the task, I need to get an upgrade of my pickaxe. And this is the task requires 256 cobblestone in exchange for one iron pickaxe head of Tinker's Construct. And there's also an extra reward, and I chose the iron axe head. So I got them and made a brand new iron pickaxe and an iron axe. I built a simple doorway to our new cave just from our Tinker's smeltery, and then we explored the cave a little bit. There are two ways, one is going up and one is turning right and go down. Suddenly, I was sneak attacked by another brutish zombie. He hit me once and I already got down to 1.5 hearts. Luckily, I managed to kill him before he killed me, so I survived and had time to eat and regain health. We first explored the right side of the cave, which leads to the place where I died in the last episode, with a huge drop-off. We decided that we need to close it off using cobble for now. We then turned to the left side of the cave, which was going up. We found lava and some small ores. I found that you can right-click with the pickaxe and it will place down a torch. We soon found a dungeon with a zombie spawner in it, and we deactivated it with some torches. No wonder there are so many British zombies near our home. There are also a couple of chests inside the dungeon, and there are some treasures in them, just that we don't fully understand what are those items since we are still new to this mod pack. We decided to leave them in there for now, which we actually quickly forgot that. So now the only way remaining is following the lava. So we followed the lava, got some more small ores on the way, and we found that there is an opening area with underground water. I scooped the water up with my bucket, and the area is actually quite big. There are also multiple ways to discover, and we found an iron vein. Let me explain how this works in GregTech. In GregTech, there are two major ways to find ores. The first one is through small ores, which we have already got, which they are randomly scattered throughout the whole world. The second way, which is the main way, is to find ore veins, which is specific for a type of ore, for example, iron ores. In every 3x3 chunk, there is one ore chunk. They can be iron vein, copper vein, or any other types of vein, which you will see later. And to find an ore chunk, you can press F9 3 times in a row. By doing that, green lines will show up to mark the chunk borders, red lines will mark the chunk corners, and blue lines locate the center of an ore chunk. By mining one ore in the ore chunk, the map will locate the ore vein for you, and you can find that on the minimap later. I then spent quite some time mining for iron just in this one iron vein, and it completely filled my inventory before I can get all the iron. So I built a ladder system back to the point where I came down from, and I also marked a lava pool for later use. I then explored the remaining parts of the cave, which I found exposed copper, and that automatically located a copper vein for me. And the best part of it is actually connecting back to the drop-down part of the cave, which I blocked off with cobblestone before. So I can conveniently make a ladder system back up there and knock off the cobblestone that I placed down so that we can get copper from our home conveniently. You can do easy things. You can see copper vein here, iron ore vein here. Well, that was the plan, but I initially went back home without making the ladder. I checked my tasks, and the next tasks are actually getting iron, copper, and tin. We've got an iron vein, we've got a copper vein, but we haven't got a tin vein yet. And I decided to go out for a walk and mine some trees, and suddenly I was attacked by some poisonous arrows. Poison 3, mining fatigue. Nausea, mining fatigue, weakness, no. The arrows got me down to half a heart. Good that we are playing in easy so that I won't be killed by the poison. The good news is I spotted a cave and I saw some ore, which is asbestos ore, and it is actually part of a tin vein. Exactly what we wanted. I quickly gathered some tin ore and I went back home. Just outside our door, this happened. No! Yes, a lightning creeper lights me on fire and I'm killed. After I respawned, I decided to process our ores. We use creosote, which is a byproduct from turning coal into coke in our coke oven, and used it as fuel. While waiting for the ores to be processed, I went back to the cave and made the ladder system finally. And also, I got a lot of copper from that one vein. All was smooth until a sudden explosion took away my ladders. The explosion continued more fiercely and fiercely, but I can't see any source of explosion. I got hurt and injured very quickly, and I finally saw a skeleton. I can't even approach him to see his name, and I was dead again. Apparently, it is a Gatling skeleton. With explosive arrows, how can I kill him? Look at all of that death points. I died so many times for him. But finally, he is killed. I have no idea how, but he is killed. We can finally cruise around the cave safely, and I can complete my quests for the ores.